Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. Tonight we are doing E.T. I have Age Boomer as always and special guest host, meteorologist Katie of So Many Fandoms on YouTube. How are you?
I am amazing, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm so glad you reached out. This is exciting.
Well, thank you. It's always nice to have another person talking.
Yeah.
How are you, Age Boomer?
Good. I'm sorry. Was there an...
You're cutting out.
I apologize. That was all me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had my YouTube up. That's a classic mistake. Do you want to introduce it again? I'm sorry.
We got Age Boomer and meteorologist Katie from. Are you in Idaho or Iowa or?
I'm actually at the very southern tip of South Dakota because we're a mile in.
Okay.
They don't have a state income tax, so they built the station on this side of the river.
Okay. Well, that was smart.
Right in the area of Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota.
Okay. I see in the chat we have Big Al and myself, so I guess I'm kind of double dipping tonight. How are you, Big Al? Just type your response below. And we are doing E.T. tonight, 1982 Steven Spielberg classic film, probably John Williams' finest film score. Any comments from anyone else?
I would argue maybe a few others are on the top of the list, tied for first for me, but that's just because I'm poor at choosing.
Okay, well, give me your ties. I want to hear what your ties are.
Well, oh gosh, I love just Harry Potter. You have Home Alone. You have Jurassic Park. I think those are all tied at the top for me.
Those are all newer films.
Yeah. Well, I'm newer. I'm a newer human being, so. No offense. No, okay. I accept that I'm a millennial, and I will forever be cursed with it.
Okay. Well, Big Al says that he's here for. No, Troy says he's here for you. And Jedi Masters Utopia just came in. Hello. Netters Network. Hello. Hello, everyone. And everyone's saying hi to Katie. So, hi, Katie.
Hello. All right.
H. Boomer, what do you think about E.T.?
Here's the deal. I like this score. Talk about being a nerd in junior high. I had a tape I bought, and it didn't have the whole score, but it had like famous scores from science fiction movies, and E.T. was one of the scores on one of the tracks on there. They had Tron was on there, Planet of the Apes of all things, and but this isn't my favorite Williams score. That still I think belongs to Superman, and I'm a big fan of Close Encounters of the Third Kind as well. But it's a good one. No, I'm not going to deny that.
It's hard to pick out the finest one, but you've got Empire in 80, Raiders in 81, and E.T. in 82, which is like the holy trinity of John Williams film scores, back to back to back, boom, right there. It's yes, Chris P's backing you up, H. Boomer. Superman is a pretty good film score, and I'm not knocking that at all.
Of course, the Star Wars trilogy. I think I always overlook those because they seem like the obvious ones. But yeah, let's give credit.
That's more like a totality of films. It's just not a particular score.
Tell you what, it's the best one if you're driving in a blizzard. You listen to the Imperial March on the highway going 80. Yes, you feel powerful. Oh yes.
Okay. You
desperately need to get home. And you got 4-wheel drive. It's not. We aren't insane. Just slightly off center.
Cool.
Are about ready to start the film, or you want to wait a couple more seconds?
We can wait a couple more seconds to see if people fill in. But anyway, Katie, welcome to the stream. I'm honored you joined us. I mean, like I said, she got famous recently. She did the icicle video on TikTok, I believe, right?
Yeah, I just hit 14 million views today, and it's just. I have received 8 marriage proposals, which is stunning. A couple of them, one was from an Irishman, the other from an Australian, and then I have no idea where the rest of them are, but hopefully not near me.
You never know. It could be like a young Hugh Jackman proposing to you, right?
True. You occasionally got to click on the view profile, just see what they got, but keep the options open.
Of course, it could also be someone pretending to be from Australia, right?
True.
But
that'd be a hard act to keep up.
Yes.
AL's in the house for the first time. Thank you for joining us. And someone new tonight, I think. Andrew Viana. Am I saying that correctly? Empire is the best. E.T. only the complete score. Yeah, Empire is Yeah, like Empire, Raiders, ET, those 3 scores back to back.
That is like
Yeah,
the trifecta.
Space Camp is underappreciated. You're very right.
I forgot he did the score to that, didn't he?
He did. And if you've got it on CD, God bless you, because it's pricey to buy.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have 2 versions of it. Yeah.
Nice.
Katie, I'm curious. Do you collect movie scores at all, or is that a thing? Or
I mostly just okay, this is gonna sound so freaking nerdy. Marching band scores of the music. I have, because in high school I was in marching band and I would always pitch fun ideas. And at one point I had a John Williams show going, but it was shot down. So I still have the music to remind me to keep fighting for marching band. But other than that, I just did download the main themes.
They shot down doing John Williams music in your marching band?
Guess what they chose to play instead?
What?
We Are the World. Which is the worst marching band song. Have you ever heard a trombone trying to play ba-da, ba-da? It's awful. And it's like 9th graders doing it, so it's more like
oh my goodness. That does not
dead last in every competition.
Oh no! You know what? The marching band in my high school, and I didn't belong to it, but apparently the conductor was a big Star Trek fan, and they did all the Star Trek themes.
That's what I want from, like, okay, this is a total side tangent, but there's a marching band out here that's on the Iowa side of things, and they did a whole marching band show about a farmer being abducted by aliens, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I could not stop laughing.
Oh my
They
goodness.
had like little tubes to make space sound effects, and they slid them back up their sleeves and kept on going. They made a spaceship. Like, I loved it. They should have played E.T.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely. Or Close Encounters.
Oh my gosh,
Because
yes.
that's an abducting. Yeah.
I think they played like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Okay.
It was actually pretty decent.
All right, cool.
Sorry, that was a total side tangent.
No, you're
fine.
fine. You're fine. I'm trying to think
AL
of
is sharing an ET memory with us. She thinks the movie's kind of okay, but she liked the music, so she can stay.
Kind of okay. I want to share an ET memory with you. My dad took me to see it. I believe I was 4 years old. Okay. And this was the original theatrical run, just in case you're wondering how old I am. But
so you were 4 in 1982.
Or 5. Yeah, it might have been 5. Yeah. Okay. And I went to see it. I credit it as being the first movie I did not fall asleep during. Okay. Because before then, if I got taken to a movie, I would nod off during it. Because I have real faint memories of being in the theater seeing Empire when I was 3, but I fell asleep during it. Okay. I did not remember it. Yeah. And I did see E.T. though, and I did stay awake through it. So that was a big moment for me. First time I got taken to a movie in the theater and did not fall asleep. So yeah.
See, I was minus 14 years old when it came out, so I had to watch it on
Wow, that's really young.
Yeah. So I kind of I had the album that's from the 20th anniversary, and I just remember one of the first times watching it, because my dad is a huge sci-fi buff, and it totally rubbed off on me. But I was terrified. Like, E.T. was a scary thing for me.
Yeah,
it can be. Yeah.
It's like, Elliot, and then the kid's in danger, and I'm sitting in the back of the room like, oh my gosh, could this happen to me? Now I'm sitting here as an adult like, could this please happen to me?
Well, if you think about it, a lot of Spielberg movies had little tinges of horror in them. Like even the beginning of Close Encounters, when like the kid's going down the stairs and you're seeing what might be possibly a UFO outside and hearing all the noise. That's creepy. Yeah. Okay, and even in ET in the beginning, you have all the government agents. They're all silhouetted in black. You don't know who they are. You don't know what's going on. And of course, Jaws, I would argue, is a horror movie. In fact, we should do Jaws at some point. Yeah, definitely. But
I can play that on my piano, by the way.
Oh, nice. Impressive. All right. So when do we want to start, Daniel? What do you think?
Andrew raises a good question. I just want to address really quickly. He wants to know opinions on the LSO versus the Hollywood Orchestra. Ooh. I grew up thinking E.T. was the London Symphony, but it's not. It was the Hollywood Studio Orchestra. And John Williams' 2 brothers, Jerry and Donald, are both in the score. Lord. I guess perfect world, everything would be the LSO. Hollywood's got great orchestra people. But yeah, I mean, all things equal, I'd rather have the LSO any day of the week. But I can't knock the musicians that did ET. I can't knock them. So.
Oh, Troy has a comment. I have an ET story to tell, bro. But it involves bizarre merchandising, and there are ladies present, so I'll refrain. Okay. Well,
what part made you think I'm a lady? I'm here for the sea shanties and bar fights. Like, let's go.
I believe you, but I may probe Troy about this on Sunday. We'll see. Okay, all right, or maybe this will be the pre-show when we do. I don't know.
He was pretty raunchy on your last show. So.
Okay. Anyways, yes, but like I said, I'm a guest on your stream, Daniel. So I'll keep it clean. Okay.
You're co-host. We're like equals.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right.
Miss Katie's the guest.
Yay!
Okay. Well, anyway. All right. Cool. And just before we start, though. Where can we find you on YouTube, Katie? If in case anyone in the chat's wanting to check you out your channels and whatnot.
Totally, yeah. On YouTube, I'm known as So Many Fandoms. I'm not the anime one. I'm the one with the Starfield in the background because apparently someone else has so many fandoms, and I never noticed. And it's all anime. Which is not me. I'm more of the sci-fi stream. But if you want to find me on there, I'm on YouTube. I do forecasts for different fandoms. Should do one for the John Williams universe. I could do all the different spots that he's touched. So that's actually a great idea. See, this is a productive stream.
Yes, definitely.
So that'll probably pop up sometime. Or you can always find me on Twitter @weather_Katie, Instagram @weather_Katie, and on TikTok @weather_Katie.
Okay, cool. All right.
You should hang out more with the Professor Geek community more.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
People talk about you a lot, but you seldom seem to show up, and you should show up more.
Well,
I'd be happy to.
But you are with Orville Nation. I think they're a friend of the network too. And right, I think
for sure.
Troy's been on there, so definitely, yeah. But pop on sometime, yeah. If you ever want to, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'd love to.
Okay, cool.
Andrew brings up another good point. Herbert Spencer, the orchestrator during the golden years of John Williams. I've mentioned him a few times. He was the orchestrator on E.T. I think it really shows. I'm not a music person. I know nothing about music. I failed recorder class in 4th grade, 3rd grade. I don't really know much about music. I'm not educated enough to have a valid discussion about such things. If you are, I'd love to have you on. Shoot me. How do you get up? glassgal3232@gmail.com. Send me an email. GLASGOW3232@gmail.com. Yeah, we can talk about that. Hit me up.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
All right, so we ready to start the movie?
Yeah.
You want to do a 3, 2, 1? I have mine queued up for the Universal logo. I don't know where
I'm on a screen of blackness.
All right.
Yes.
Well, okay, you're both on black screens. Let me wait for the Universal logo to pass, and I'll pause it. Hold on, should take a second. Okay, now I'm on the black screen. Okay, so you want to do a 3, 2, 1?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, play. I just got the Universal logo.
Now look at these titles,
Good night,
though.
Hey, Al. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you showing up. Catch the replay later. It'll be here forever. In theory.
Peter Coyote's in this.
He is. I feel like you're already ahead of me.
Oh, am I? I got the Drew Barrymore title. Oh, okay, I will pause.
I got D. Wallace.
I'm on a buffering scream of death,
Peter
so
Coyote.
it's fine.
Okay, you want to? Maybe we should all start over. Hold on, you want to all start over?
I'm so sorry.
I'm pausing Robert McNaughton and Drew Barrymore.
Well, I just paused right after John Williams.
Okay.
I'm at 1 minute 27. Okay.
I will scoot ahead to that and pray the internet actually works.
I feel your pain because I like I said, this was giving me grief earlier, and that's when I got up my DVD and the DVD wouldn't work. So anyway, I'm going to hit play.
I'm at 1 minute 28 seconds.
Okay, I think. Are you ready, Katie?
I am all set now.
Okay, all right. We're gonna hit play again.
Play.
I was going to make a point, though. It's interesting how, if you're a kid, you're going to the theater to see this, and it's this, kind of ominous music, right? Playing right now.
It is. Oh, yeah. It is. We don't know what's going on.
E.T., what is that? I don't know if that's good. It's like, but it was the 80s, and the adults like terrifying the Gen X kids, so that was a thing. Spielberg, though. And Kathleen Kennedy. There you go. I saw a young picture of her in the book I have, because my special set came with an ET book on the making of, and I see a young Kathleen Kennedy in there. So she was involved in this production.
She was.
So we got the stars. So do you look up at the stars, Daniel? Birdman?
Some. I like the sunrise to sunset the most, I think.
Totally agree. That's one of the main reasons why I moved out here into the middle of nowhere. It's the middle of nowhere. You can see every little star field there is.
Oh, where are you originally from, Kitty, if you don't mind my asking?
Yeah, I'm from Battle Creek, Michigan, which is where Kellogg's is.
Oh, cool. Okay.
A lot of snow. I miss the snow.
I like. You don't get snow where you are now?
For some reason, we've missed it the past year and a half.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just me.
Okay. All right. That is the coolest spaceship. Not the coolest. There's one cooler than this one, but I used to have the toy of this when I was a kid too. The ET spaceship toy. I do remember that.
I just wanted to make a quick comment right here. Where it sounds like the notes are being kind of slurred together. That's called a glissando. It's usually used in horror movies. You just take notes and just kind of like smear them, mash them up. Like James Horner and Aliens, there was a lot of that going on.
Yeah, I was getting kind of an aliens vibe when I first. I mean, a little bit, slightly. But Alien had come out already. We hadn't gotten Aliens yet, but
correct. Aliens would be 86.
This is giving me flashbacks to the ET ride at Universal.
Oh, which one did you go to? The one in Florida?
The one in Florida.
Oh, have you ever been to the one in Florida, Daniel? The ET ride?
No.
I was floored. When you're waiting in line, you go through the whole forest area. Okay.
It's awesome.
It is really neat. They did a great job with that ride. In fact, that audio animatronics for ET in the ride, it's one of the best rides. I hope it's still there. I know they tend to.
Yeah, I think they took out the Jaws ride, which was
they got rid of the Jaws ride. They got rid of the King Kong ride. I know that they did a new one in the California park, and I was wondering if they had. I don't know if they brought a new one to the Orlando park, but I used to love the King Kong ride as well.
All I know is there's Jurassic Park World and then Harry Potter World, and it's basically a John Williams park.
Yeah, there's that rumored Universal Park that they're supposed to have new parks in it, and one of them was supposed to be Jurassic World as opposed to Jurassic Park, but I don't know. It's a rumor in the background, yeah.
See, my brother was going to be a paleontologist, and he considers Jurassic World the cardinal sin against Jurassic Park.
Oh, wow. Really?
He every time I'm like, hey, do you want to go see the new one? He's like, yes, just so I can say everything that's wrong with it. His argument is there's perfectly good dinosaurs in the world, and he had to go make up new ones.
I got a kick out of it because it in my ways it was almost like analogous for like like big corporations or Hollywood just like going too over the top. We're gonna make a new dinosaur, that's even worse, and it's like, why are you doing this? It's like,
exactly.
Oh, I just wanted to interject real fast.
Oh, sure.
We've already had two themes in the score. We opened up with a piccolo for ET, and we're gonna end on the same piccolo at the end of the movie. So you bookend the movie perfectly with that, and it's also scattered throughout. But now we're entering into what's called the keys theme, which is the dude with the keys who's never given a name in the film except keys. And that's going to repeat throughout the film.
Now
for some reason, this piece of music right here on the soundtrack is called "Abandoned and Pursued." Is like the one John Williams piece that is chronically stuck in my brain.
Is this the dun 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 dun?
Yes.
Dun? Okay, that
Yes.
like that. Yes, yes. Yeah, that kind of etched itself. I probably etched it on myself on my brain when I first saw the movie because it's. I'm thinking though, Katie, we did Home Alone last week, and I
Yes.
was watching this, and I'm thinking these Home Alone and this have similar plots in a way. Okay.
Oh my gosh, they do. Oh, it's about a small being using ragtag machinery that is at their disposal to find their family and stay safe. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the family
And
abandons
it's
him.
Halloween instead of Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, and we don't have burglars. We have government agents, and they're kind of.
Yeah.
I don't.
So, question for Big Al: is this a Halloween movie? It takes place at Halloween.
I hate to tell you this. You want to hear another childhood story about E.T. This was when I was in, I believe, 6th grade. Yes, this was the 6th grade. My friend Michael, who was new to the school, he threw a Halloween party to kind of get to know the other kids because he was kind of the outsider. And his mom brought home 2 movies, and she brought home E.T. as one of them. He's like, "How did you bring home E.T.? Like this is not what we want to watch Halloween." But she also brought home Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. So there you go. Okay, which is
considered a Halloween movie.
You do?
Yeah,
okay.
It's terrifying yet fun.
Well, there actually is a tradition of around Halloween time of also the whole space alien thing because of the War of the Worlds broadcast
This is true.
that Orson Welles did. So now kind of UFOs, but usually it's bad aliens, that want to suck your brain out.
Originally, this was going to be about bad aliens.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. Steven Spielberg was going to write. He had this story about bad aliens coming to Earth, but there was one good alien, and he was going to be called Buddy. And they wrote a script. Spielberg's doing Raiders. Melissa Matheson, who was married to Harrison Ford at the time, was talking to Steven Spielberg, and he told her about it. She rewrote the entire thing. It was attached to Columbia. Columbia said, "We don't want to do it. We'll sell the script for $1 million and 5% of any profits that the film makes."
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a sweet gig.
They made more money off E.T. that year than any film they made.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because it made right at $800 million and it cost $10 million to make. So if you just figure conservative $750 million, 5% of that, I'll take it. If you don't want it, I'll be fine.
E.T. was huge. I remember back in the day. I mean, I was 5, but still. Oh, look, they're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Is that what they're playing?
That's what they're playing. Yep.
Oh my God.
Dude, do you hate this pizza delivery guy? Because you hated the one last week.
I'm trying to remember. Even I was watching this earlier today, but I don't know if I caught it. What I remember about this thing is the mother yells, "Who told you could order a pizza?" And I don't know. Is this like a budgeting thing, or is this like we just want to have a pizza? Is he trying to watch the junk food? I don't know. The other kids chipped in money. What's the big deal? Okay.
Yeah. What's the big deal?
They have to eat something while they're playing the D&D game. Okay.
Just looking at the cigarette smoke that was just floating. Oh my gosh.
Oh, kids in high school, they would sneak. You weren't allowed, but they would still sneak it back in the day. Yeah.
What?
Oh, does he get? Oh, he gets the pizza from the pizza. See, this pizza delivery driver's fine. He doesn't have an attitude. Okay. You just pay him and go.
You really hated the one last week.
No, I did not like him. No. Okay, but
you listen. Told him to be rude, or if he just was like, you know what? Yeah, I had a bad experience last night, and I'm gonna act it out.
Yeah, my thing is, I think when you're a kid and the adults are just acting like jerks to you, that I kind of associate with that, and it's like I don't know. We got an older
Harris. Thank you for dropping by. It's okay to be late sometimes. It's all good. Thank you for coming.
See, this older brother ain't too bad. Okay, I mean he's a little snotty, but he's not that bad. Okay, You could have far worse older brothers than the one in this movie. I'll say that.
I think Dee Wallace ain't all that bad.
Oh, I love Dee Wallace. She was in one of my favorite horror movies from the 2000s, The House of the Devil. But she was in that. And she's in she was in a lot of horror movies too. Actually, she was in The Howling. She was in The Howling, I believe. Yeah.
See, I don't watch horror movies. Maybe I should.
Well,
No.
what?
Nope.
They're
No
not for
horror
they're not for everyone. It's an acquired taste, I think. But yeah, The Howling is about werewolves.
See, I had to watch what was it like Texas Chainsaw Massacre in college
That sounds
for one
not
of my
good
classes.
on so many different levels.
Oh, it was so. And then I had to go and do like an upper level dynamic meteorology class right after, and I'm just sitting there like, I cannot do this today.
It's a creepy movie. That movie, the old one, the one from the 70s. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
What? I'll have to ask you after the stream. What class did you watch that for? Because I'm curious now.
Yeah. Strangely enough, crime in the media.
Oh, hey, that fits.
Yes, cannibalism crimes.
Well, the big thing about that movie, everybody thought it was real, but
Oh gosh, yeah.
But this, I believe, was this based on a book? I believe, E.T. Was it called A Boy and His Dog or a short story? You're saying no?
There was a lawsuit about the script. A guy said he wrote the script originally in the 60s and they took too many similarities from it without giving him credit, but it never went anywhere in court. And also there was a lawsuit against John Williams over the film score.
Really?
Yes, a guy wrote a song in the 60s, I think it was, called Joy. And he said that John Williams took music from that for the flying theme. He sued John Williams. It was dismissed. The guy appealed. It went to court. It got kicked out. It went to another court. It went on for several years. I don't know where the guy got the money to sue John Williams, but
yeah.
Hey, at the end of the day, he lost. He spent a lot of money. He got nothing for it. So
I'm interested. Are you guys do you own the copies that you're watching? Because I'm on Peacock, and it's for free.
Aren't they going to show you commercials?
Yeah, they do commercials, but
yeah. I just paid $15 and downloaded it to the tablet.
Nice.
I was a big old DVD collector, and I was waiting for ET because I was waiting to get all the great movies on DVD. Because you have to understand that if you didn't grow up with DVD, like when DVD came out, this was a huge deal because all we had before that was VHS tapes. They would degrade in quality each time you watched them. They'd get snagged in the VCR.
Yeah.
They were a mess. I'm not one of these guys that waxes nostalgic for the VHS. And I was very happy when this came out on DVD. And I think they did a theatrical re-release first where they added computer animation segments, correct? For ET.
They did, and they took out a line where they're talking about what they want to be for Halloween. The one kid wants, I don't know if I can use the word wants
to be a person that
wears a mask and does bad things. Yeah.
And causes terror in people.
But
okay,
on my copy, it's in there. It's on my copy that I paid to download. And they also took out the guns and put in walkie-talkies.
Here's what happened. I learned this later on. That was Spielberg's decisions for the re-release, because when you do a theatrical re-release like that, the studio likes to add footage, and he was going to add CG animations for ET. When it came out on DVD, and they said for the super collector set, you get both versions, the theatrical and the regular version, and for the regular edition, you just get the newer version. And Steven Spielberg said no. He said if you buy the regular edition, you should still get the original theatrical version. That's the movie people remember when they're buying this on DVD. So I have to give him props for that. He insisted when the studio wasn't going to do that. So nice. I don't pick on him for making an alternate version. I don't care any director wants to make an alternate version of a movie he made. Yeah. I just want the original version to still be available. Okay. And I'm not going to mention certain directors right now.
now, like two stories here. There is a cut scene with Harrison Ford in this film.
Oh, really?
That no one has ever seen.
What?
I would like to see that. Yes.
Oh, I'm curious about this.
And after the Star Wars special editions came out, there was talk of redoing Raiders and like specializing Raiders of the Lost Ark. And South Park, God bless them. They did a show ripping George Lucas to pieces. Oh, Lord. And Steven Spielberg just decided, nah, we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
So
no.
See, I'm fascinated with Hollywood's sudden decisions to, like, in the past 20 years to just keep redoing everything, because there was talks right before COVID hit of them redoing Twister.
Can't say that word. Can't say that word.
What word?
It's the other C word. No, I don't know. Apparently, streams have been taken down for that thing. I've said it by accident on the stream before too. You're not alone. Okay. I usually just say
just do it backwards.
I usually just call it the pandemic, and Troy calls it the beer bug. I don't know why he calls it the beer bug. I don't know, but you can, like I said, you say it so much in regular life. This is ridiculous. Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah, being in broadcast, trust me. But yeah, no, with the pandemic, they were talking about redoing Twister, and at first I was like, oh my gosh, I could be cast as Joe, and then I thought, oh good gosh, they're gonna destroy this movie and make it into Sharknado. So
goodness, that would be cool. Yeah, because you have the you know the technical jargon. You wouldn't have to learn it, right?
Oh heck yeah, I could talk about lifted index and the CAPE values and the what is it? Oh gosh, there's so much jargon that I could just throw out and actually be right. Hollywood, be right.
I'm still waiting to see if you get called back for I know you did a video for Survivor, right? So I'm curious if you'll hear back. And what's the strategy? You have to align yourself with the worst, like the biggest jerk that also convinces everybody else to go along. And then when you're the final two, people hate that guy so much they vote you as the winner, right?
Exactly. See, I always say I'm going to be the chaotic neutral. I'll do some fun villainish stuff, but I'll still be good.
Exactly.
No, it's me.
Oh my goodness. Chaotic neutral. That's a D&D term, isn't it?
What?
Chaotic neutral?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I feel really bad for the mom in this. Okay.
Yeah. And
I mean,
and who's this Sally chick? I mean,
husband left her with 3 kids. Are you kidding me? Come on now.
You got D. Wallace.
At least stay in town. Take some of the responsibilities on. Ridiculous.
It's pretty funny because I had a friend point out Drew Barrymore, when she grew up, probably about my age, we look eerily similar. I'm going to have to find a picture and send it to you guys. It's like freaky. And so I'm looking at it because now she has the Drew Barrymore show. Fun fact, they asked to use my icicle video and I kind of freaked out. But I'm looking ahead. I'm like, okay, is that my fate? That's what I'm going to look like.
Hey, you know what? Like you'll like people associate that with you for the rest of your life? Is that what you're worried about?
Oh no, I'm just worried, like, aging that certain way. Like, she's still beautiful, but I thought I'd look more like my mom.
Well, you never know, okay?
True. Life could take a left-hand turn, and I could totally destroy my face while skiing. So
they'll have machines in the future that can, put electricity in your face and bring you back down to where you were, right?
There you go.
I don't know. I just popped out.
I will age gracefully, like a train flying off a viaduct.
Speaking of which, we have to do the Swarm one day, Daniel.
Did you buy the La La Land release of the Swarm?
No, I don't have it.
Me too.
I love the movie because it's terrible. But anyway, we're talking ET now, though. No one believes him. Have you ever been the kid where nobody believes you?
Yeah. Like I remember that like last January when I was talking about, hey, there's this new virus in China that's like a viral pneumonia and it's spreading like hotcakes, and you should go buy groceries now while you still can. People are like, oh, you watch too much YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, but you know what? I'm not gonna run out of anything, and so it is, and so it has become.
Yes, you're watching the videos online of what's going on over there on the mainland. It was scary stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, you had me at viral pneumonia. I've been there, done that. Don't want to do it again.
Now I understand though the brothers' friends do not like Elliot now, and you saw what happened to that pizza. That pizza got trashed. Oh, I know. I'm interrupting the most important part of the movie when he sees ET, but I cared about that pizza. Okay, I'm sorry.
That looked like a good pizza too.
Yeah, it probably was, and it got demolished because you saw
the music here where he's wobbling towards Elliot with the Reese's Pieces. It's not the most calming music.
No.
I mean, it's going to slightly pivot here in a moment.
No,
it's not the most welcoming and calming
This is Steven Spielberg creeping out the children in the audience. That's what's going on here. Okay, this isn't even for the parents. The parents, yeah. This is. They like to torture kids in the 80s. If you watch all the children's movies in the 80s, I mean, this is lightweight compared to what Never-Ending Story, Labyrinth. I mean,
I love just the high-pitched screech in the background. That it's like the bad version of ASMR.
Now, he gives him the Reese's Pieces just to say, I know you're one of the good guys because you left these for me. Is that like his communicating?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Like, hey, you left these here. You can have some back. And he's like, well, here, eat some more. Now follow the breadcrumbs into my bedroom.
Yeah.
That is like the never-ending bag of Reese's Pieces.
It's like, why Reese's Pieces? Go with M&M's.
No, there's a story.
Oh, they were so big from this. Oh, Lord, you have no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
There was a story behind that. I think they were going to go with M&M's, and M&M Mars said no. Okay.
Oh.
I believe I could. Maybe the chat.
If this movie doesn't happen, Reese's Pieces do not exist today.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, I'm wondering. Someone in the chat may know that. Yeah, but I believe that's what it was. M&M said no. And so they went, okay, well, what's like M&M's? Reese's Pieces.
Jeez.
They could have gone with Smarties, but it's not Canada. So, yeah, I found out this last year. I found out that Smarties in Canada are actually like M&M's. They're not like the kinds we have over here. So
it's disappointing, isn't it?
Yes.
No offense to Canadians watching the show. I love you. I love Toronto.
Own physical media people before they edit or cancel it. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the reboot of ET to happen.
Oh, it's out there. It will happen probably.
All right, now we're getting a new theme, y'all. We're getting the friendship theme. This is going to get used, I don't want to say heavy-handedly, but it's going to get used like a hot knife in your stomach on a cold morning later on in the film. And
this is a heavy-handed score, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
But I love it, but it fits the movie, so I'm not picking on it. I mean,
I prefer the friendship theme over the flying theme. That's just me.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, because it's more intimate and touching. I mean, the flying theme's great. I mean, I never rode my bicycle around the neighborhood with this in my head, but today, at the age I am now, this holds more water for me than the flying theme.
Look at this. Doing the touching face. Oh, I'm not still on mute, am I?
No, you get.
Okay, never mind. Okay. No, I coughed a minute ago. All right. Here we go.
That's like one of my biggest fears now is like coughing on a hot mic, especially on air, because viewers call in.
Oh, they don't like that?
No. They're like, you can't cough. It's COVID.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I forgot to say it. Pandemic.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. It's okay. Well, actually, I shouldn't be the one to say it's okay. It's Daniel's stream.
Let's just get Troy on here too, and let's all use our Christian names.
Okay. Anyways, I'll one day. I'm sure the day is coming where I'll end up showing my face on YouTube, but it's not today.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh, do it.
We'll see. Things get controversial sometimes in the Professor Geek Network, so which I knew going in, but oh, look at this. He's sitting in the. This is a messy house.
It really
is. Yeah, it is. And I live with like 10 dogs. This is a messy house.
Yes, I'm thinking that the mom is trying, but it's too much for her to handle because she's having to work.
God bless single parents. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
God bless.
He's single, but the dad's in the picture. He didn't. Well, I guess he fled to Mexico. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, with Sally.
With Sally. All right. This is the part that gets on my last nerve. I don't understand this. You don't pick a Reese's Pieces off the ground and eat it, okay?
Because it could have fox poop on it.
Yeah. I'm sure it could.
I like Reese's Pieces. Don't get me wrong, but
and just so everyone knows at home, never give your dog chocolate. It's poisonous. It will shut down the kidneys.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. But you get.
Oh, sorry. I can't have peanut butter. Funny enough, I'm not allergic. It just gives me migraines. So I've never actually had Reese's Pieces. I think that's why I don't like them.
Okay, I'm gonna try to describe it to you. It's not the same kind of peanut butter that's in the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Okay.
It's more mellow. I'm not telling you to try it though. Peanut butter is not your thing. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's because you won't like it. Period. You'll still get the peanut taste. Is it peanut butter or peanuts anything? Could you eat dry roasted peanuts?
Peanuts anything. Plus the taste kind of is like meh. I was the weird kid who had jelly sandwiches for lunch, and my blood sugar was through the roof. But
my friend Travis used to have cream cheese and jelly on raisin bread for his lunch.
Really?
And he liked it. So okay. So
I might have to give that a shot if it's good.
Yeah, I never tried it myself, but he appeared to like it. So
gotta spice things up.
But I'm trying to think. I'm not a big cheese fan myself, so that's my weird thing. I'll eat mozzarella, stuff like that, like the Italian stuff. I'll eat, but like most of the other ones. Actually, no, that's not true. If it's baked into something, I might eat it. Okay.
Like if you like that,
if it's in like a bread or something, yeah. But
Giordano's pizza, Chicago style. It's like an inch of mozzarella.
Oh, I hate to say this. You're probably gonna make fun of me. The only Chicago style pizza I've had is Pizzeria Uno.
That's fine. Yeah. At least you've had some.
Yeah, I get the. In fact, I get the traditional with the sausage on it. I'm a big fan of that. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like a casserole on a plate. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Have you ever had Chicago style, Daniel? Aaron?
I suppose. I mean, I've never been to Chicago because I'm afraid I'd get killed.
Yeah.
It's funny. My friend Chuck and I were in Chicago once because I wanted to see because I think I did fly down there because a band I loved in the '90s reunited. If this ever happened again, I have to see them. And we went to Chicago to see them, and we went to a pizza place, but it wasn't Chicago pizza. So I was kind of like, what can you do, But it was right near the venue, so
nice. See, I went to like college, like half an hour away from Chicago, so I would always go in and work on set on their Chicago PD and fire and med shows.
Oh, neat!
Yeah, it was fun. I got to play a victim, and it was it was hard to sneak back into a dorm covered in fake blood. Let me just tell you that.
Oh my goodness, were you like the victim that comes in like on I guess ER is before that time, but
oh yeah,
okay, you're like the bloody victim, and then okay, oh that's neat.
I walked in and they just said, all right, go over there and you're going to get blasted with mud and blood. And I'm like, what was my accident? And I actually made it into the episode, which was fun. But, oh my gosh, I had to stop and get gas. I looked like I had been murdered in Chicago and was still walking.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it was so bad.
All
Took a shower and it looked like the deck of a whaling ship. It was so bad.
So we got the friendship theme going again.
Oh, and what's
on harp and Celeste primarily.
What kind of toys are these?
Oh, he had Star Wars toys.
Star Wars toys.
I'm sure Troy probably still has.
Yeah,
with his Jabba sales barge and the Death Star.
I had these when I was a kid. I had all those toys, and what was it? It was for Christmas. I think I sent him like another, not Size Snoodles, the other dude, the blue dude from Jedi. I forget his name, but I found one in this old box, and I have to tell you, my dad insisted on holding on to all my old toys, but I have to tell you, they were played with. Okay, when I was 5, so I had to degunk them, if you know what I mean.
Oh. So. I'm pretty sure I have some Thomas the Tank Engine toys that have teeth marks in the wood, and we still have them.
Oh my goodness! I had an ET toy though. I had a wind-up ET. You would like crank the wind up, and he would walk across. So this is the friendship theme. Is this what you would call a sparse score, Daniel, in this movie?
I'm sorry, what?
Is this what you would call a sparse score? Because I know you complain about movies in the 70s.
It's probably about 70 minutes.
Oh, that's not terrible.
It's not wall to wall. I think it could have been. It's not sparse like 1970s sparse.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this is the bridge between the 1970s of like 30 minutes of music to full blown John Williams, Empire Strikes Back, where it's wall to wall. But he had plenty of time to score this. This was not a rush project at all. The movie came in ahead of schedule, on budget, plenty of time to get everything done. So
unlike a James Cameron movie.
Yeah, unlike a James Cameron movie.
Yelling at James Horner like a day before the
Yeah.
Here we go. How do you know what food he's gonna like? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, how do you know it's not poisonous? I'm afraid to feed my cat like milk.
Yeah.
I would be afraid I'd kill him.
You're gonna give him that V8 in there, and his head's gonna explode. Okay. That'd be the right. I'm sorry. I'll be good. I don't beat for fix. I was gonna say that'd be the Ryan Johnson version, but I'll be good.
Oh my God.
He gives him some V8 and his head explodes, and that's the end of the movie.
Cut to black.
Yes. Black.
Have y'all seen that picture of it's got like the Karate Kid going to Mr. Miyagi? He's like, teach me karate, and Mr. Miyagi's like, I don't want to know karate anymore. I just want to die. And it's like directed by Ryan Johnson.
There we go. That's the end of the movie. And then Daniel gets beat up for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's turn to happy stuff. Okay, we're getting this. The stream's getting dark. Football. Brother's a football. He's a jock. Okay, he's a jock that plays D&D. This did not happen.
No,
Okay.
it still doesn't happen.
I bet Troy played some football. Troy, did you ever play some football?
I actually played football. I was the MVP of my Powder Puff team senior year, and I played in college.
Okay.
Really? Cool.
Yeah, I got hit in the head a lot.
Oh, wow.
Which probably explains why I don't run away from tornadoes, but oh well.
And speaking about tornadoes interrupted the scoring process on this film.
No way.
Yes, there were some very rare and strange tornadoes in LA while they were scoring this film.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to have to go back because I had the logs from the National Weather Service. I'm going to have to go back and see that.
Wow. Someone's a nerd on this stream.
Oh,
and it's not me.
Someone is a professional meteorologist.
Okay.
Professional meteorologist means professional toys.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat. Look at this. I remember I only played soccer, and I did not like it. I was not a sports kid. All right, here we go. We got E.T. E.T. is notorious for having a horrible Atari 2600 made based on it.
Oh,
What's your timestamp?
My timestamp, hold on. I'm on the Voodoo version. Which version are you watching, Daniel? Are you watching the Super Duper edition? Uh-oh.
The one that was on Google Play for $15.
Well, I don't know, but I think I messed myself up here. Why play back? There we go. ET. Well, I was at 34 minutes 15 seconds, and
okay, I'm at 34:35.
Okay, I'll fast forward a little bit. Yeah, we're at the same spot. I said there's ET.
Where are you, Miss Katie?
I'm at 34:33.
Okay.
Now I went too far. Okay. I'm a little ahead of you guys. We're just going to deal with it. Okay, let me go back. Where are you at now, Daniel?
They're in the closet.
Okay. There we go. Drew Barrymore with ball cap. That's a cute ball cap. I'm sorry.
She's such a cute kid.
Wow. I'm surprised. Wow.
You know, one of the big trends right now is people crocheting their own stuffed animals. I want to see someone crochet their own life-size ET.
I'm trying to remember if I had any other ET toys. I would have thought I would have had more of them. I keep thinking I had a larger one too. I just don't remember. I think I had the ship because I think I wanted that ship too after seeing the movie. I wanted that spaceship.
You know, I remember reading an interview with Kathleen Kennedy when Jurassic Park came out, originally in 93. And she said, if we don't produce merchandise for this film, I'll have to go back to an airport at 3 o'clock in the morning with customs and impound a plane of phony dinosaurs. Because that happened to her on ET. She got sent out to the airport with customs to impound planes with fraudulent ET merchandise.
Oh my God.
Because they weren't expecting it to do what it did. And like Baby Yoda, they were playing catch up.
Oh my gosh. What is it with small, adorable aliens that make people go nuts? And
It's the eyes. It's the big eyes.
Like Baby Groot. That's another one.
yeah.
E.T. had
Hasbro had nothing for Baby Groot when Guardians of the Galaxy came out. They had no idea the movie was going to be that
They
successful.
never anticipate this stuff. It's interesting.
And the things they think are going to just do gangbusters are just the worst.
I know.
And no one buys it.
It's like when I was in high school, we moved to Florida. I didn't have any friends, so I stayed home Friday night, and there was a new show premiering called The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. Right after it was a show called The X-Files. That was sort of like they just threw that on there and have something to go with it. The X-Files, yes. And I watched it when it premiered, and I was
about
hooked.
secretaries?
No, I was hooked. I was hooked on that show, and I watched it every Friday night from then on. And I kept thinking they're going to take this off the air in like 2 weeks, and nope, it stayed on.
I did too. Like any moment now, it's going to be gone.
No, that stayed on, and like I said, you never know what's going to be successful. Like the movie, the summer E.T. came out. Were they thinking it was going to be a hit?
Not like it was.
This was
not like it was.
This was a huge summer for movies. John Carpenter's The Thing came out this summer. Conan the Barbarian came out this summer.
Blade Runner came out 2 weeks
Blade
later.
Runner came
bombed.
out. Yeah, and that's a pity. But
yeah, I've never actually seen Blade Runner. I don't think. Now that I'm thinking about it.
If you get confused because there's so many cuts, watch the final cut. That's the last one Ridley Scott did. Like we complain about special editions. That's an example of a special edition. That's the one you watch. Okay.
Okay.
Because the theatrical version is the one that has some of the annoying stuff in it, but of course people go back and forth.
Andrew brings up a valid point. Monsignor was the only other score John Williams did for 82, and that one got the London Symphony. Did the London Symphony just do the soundtrack recording, or did they actually do the film score as well? Because I know back then sometimes they would rescore the soundtrack release with a different orchestra because it was cheaper to do it for whatever reasons.
D. Wallace is going to take a shower, says Troy. Well, that's neither here nor there.
It's definitely not here in this film. I know that.
I like her comment. She's a good little actress. But I mean, she was oh yeah. Is he a pig? He sure eats like one. I'm thinking it's watermelon that makes him sick, probably, right? No, I'm kidding.
You eat too much watermelon, it'll make anybody sick. I'm from Alabama. I know.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Oh, I love Haribo gummy snacks, and they have Haribo watermelons now.
Ooh.
I've seen those. They all look like little watermelon slices. They're neat. If you're into watermelon flavored candy, I would recommend them. Yeah.
Like my go-to movie candy is, I think it's like the Sour Patch watermelon slices.
Oh.
You get that. You get Milk Duds. You get some popcorn and a Sprite.
There you go. Have you ever had? When I was at Universal Studios, they had one of those machines where you get to pick your soda flavor, and we upgraded and got the big cup, right? So you go by any machine in the park, you bring your cup and just go up to it. It's really neat. I tried peach flavored Sprite. Okay, that's to die for. If you're ever if you're ever in a restaurant or near one of those machines at a theater, try peach flavored Sprite. If you like peaches, it's very good.
Please tell me they took the lemon lime taste out and just replaced it with peach. It wasn't mashed together in some
mashed together, but I enjoyed it.
Okay, well, if I throw up in a public environment, that's going to be because of you.
Oh my God. Well, okay, here's what you do. Next time you're at a theme park, just try a little bit and then spit it out. Okay, spit it out inside next to the machine. Okay,
I'll bring my own little shot glass, fill it up.
I don't know. The usher will come over to you and said, "Listen, we don't allow outside containers into this theater."
It's like, what? This was under my seat.
I bought a large one and it's free refills. The rules are rules.
Yeah, I'm saving you money.
Here we
I'm
go.
not filling it up and then dropping it on the floor because it's disgusting. It's good.
Here we go. You think that's bad? I used to do the orange Fanta and the Coke. But what am I talking during the movie for about nonsense? We're getting the... Now, I take it that this is E.T. saying, this is your solar system here, and then he throws the balls up, and I'm way over here, right?
Mhm.
Is that what he's trying to tell them?
Yeah, and you had a little glimpse of the flying theme. It's kind of sprinkled out for the first 60 minutes of the film, and then it finally comes out in full force on the bicycle on Halloween night. Andrew, did you buy the most current release of the Fury that came out? I'm just curious if you got it and what your thoughts were on it. I've got like every version that came out, and I keep asking myself, why do I keep rebuying this? But it's just one of those things you do, I guess.
I'll say this. Normally, I would say you're nuts, but I've bought a video game called Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon for the 4th time.
What?
Okay? Because I got it on my 3DS, then I got a PlayStation 4, got it on it, then I got an Xbox, and then my Xbox became the go-to system. And then I recently got a Nintendo Switch, and I'm like, I have to get it on this because I'm getting the sequel on the Switch. So, yes. So we all have our eccentricities, yes. In case you don't know, Katie, Bloodstained is made by the guy that used to make the Castlevania games. So it's basically a Castlevania game. It even looks like an old Nintendo game, but yeah. But
really? See,
yeah.
I'm not too big into gaming just because I still have my Wii and my PS3 and I don't get new games. But I recently restarted my Pokemon game and that's a nostalgia trip.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, is this the same suburban neighborhood that's in every Universal movie?
Probably
is this the
so.
Universal Bacla? Is this the same? I'm telling you, I think, is this the same neighborhood that was in the Burbs?
Do you have the Rhino release, Andrew? Just curious.
But this is the best joke, of course. It's Uranus, you know what I mean? But not Uranus. And he doesn't get it, and I'm like, well, he gets that it's something bad because of the way you're saying it, you little jerk. And they're saying it. I think they're mad about the pizza. I just thought they were being jerks, but now if I look back, they're angry about the pizza from the other night that they chipped in for. That's what I think is going on here.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay, I don't know. I'm reaching, but
maybe
I'm trying to cut them slack. I mean, there's a thing. Why do I keep doing this? Okay, but there's a thing. I think with movies in the 70s, even early 80s, that kids. Actually, the kids in this are treated better. I'll say that, but it's the like in Close Encounters, the kids were terrible in that. You didn't feel bad for Richard Dreyfuss leaving his family.
There are some Close Encounter vibes to this film, though.
Oh, definitely. In fact, part of me wonders if in the Spielberg universe, if all these things, no, they're not related. I kept thinking, could this be in the same universe as Close Encounters?
Ooh.
But I'm not liking the government in this movie, and the government in Close Encounters weren't bad, okay? They were actually rather peaceful with the aliens. And this, they're kind of, I don't know. I mean, I love this scene. What's your time? Are you at the stuffed animal scene yet?
44 minutes, 35 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
We almost get like a little march, like a little ET march. He's walking through the house.
Like, of all things, potato salad.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Buys potato salad.
A lot of people like potato salad. It's a I'm not a fan, but a lot of people do like it. So it's a go-to when you can't make a baked potato. You know, you just get potato salad. Okay. I've eaten it on occasion too. It's not my favorite, but if it's made well, it's not bad. I think it's a German dish.
I just love how like peppy the music is. It's so light and it's complete like 180 from the horror that you start out with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is probably about the lightest part of the film.
I don't know. This one guy's biology class kind of goes south, though, right? And I hate to bug you for a timestamp one more time.
4604.
Thank you.
Yep.
They spent $10 million making this film. They spent $1.5 million making E.T.
What?
Yep.
Wow. Is that adjusted for inflation?
No, adjusted for inflation, I think it comes out to 25 million today dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Adjusted for inflation, it made $1.33 billion.
Holy cow.
I've been saying they've been spending too much on movies. In fact, I've never mind. I won't get into my conspiracy theory, but sometimes I wonder if there's creative accounting with some of these movies. Like an Adam Sandler comedy that costs what, $100 million? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know it was that much. On Red Letter Media,
I thought I was good at spending money.
No, there was a thing on Red Letter Media where they were trying to figure out that there's no way Jack and Jill cost as much as they're saying it is. And they're thinking, they kept thinking there's creative accounting going on. He's a little tipsy. Who is the young blonde girl in this? I keep wanting to say that I've seen her in other things as an adult because the face is similar. Anyone? Nothing?
No.
Oh, I have no idea.
I kept wondering if she was the one who was in Under Siege with Steven Seagal, but I don't know. Now, I'm surprised. I'm seeing this thing with the UFO, and I'm thinking, like, this is the moment E.T. says, oh, humans hate aliens. But no, we don't get that scene, which I guess is good. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, that would be the cliche thing. Oh, I didn't know humans hated aliens so much. They were extraterrestrials. And it's like, I can't trust you, Elliot,
Yeah.
But we don't get that.
Hey, Troy, leave me a comment if you're still here. Isn't it amazing what you can do with a puppet versus CGI? Oh, Jedi Masters Utopia. Wow. Did you look that up? Wow. And Andrew, wow, both of y'all on the game tonight. There's your answer, H Boomer.
Okay. I knew it. The face, it's the same face. Okay. Okay. That's interesting considering, well, she pops out of a cake in that movie, and I won't say anything else, but did they used to do this to frogs?
Yeah, I hope not, because this seems cruel.
I mean, it's one thing to get a frog that's already dead for your biology class, but then you're the one putting it to death. It's like, maybe Troy would know. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Interesting fact. My cousin, she's only a few years older than me, but she went to high school in Ohio, and they dissected cats, which I am a cat owner, so I couldn't do that. But anyway, instead of buying it from a reputable source, they picked up cats that had been run over on the road and just kept them until it was that lesson.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, any movie that's doing dissection or TV show, that's all I can think of is just roadkill cats.
That's terrifying. You're going to get them in different states of Are you supposed to do an autopsy on it? Figure out what the cause of death was?
I think most of them will be a tire, but I feel so bad because it's just, and you don't know what diseases they'll have.
No, yeah, you're right. Lord knows what's been pecking at that thing. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
It's a happy movie. What are we doing here? But we're seeing frogs dying, or maybe they won't die. Maybe there will be glorious freedom for our amphibian friends.
This is totally something I would do, is free every frog.
She strikes me as the upper crust girl in the class. What are you doing in my frog? I have to get an A in this class.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll ask this to Daniel first, then you. Have you ever had frog's legs?
No.
Okay. You, Katie?
No.
I have twice. So
really?
There we go. And my friend said, I can't believe you ate those. It's like eating swamp water, but I don't know. They're all right.
Interesting choice. Have you ever had haggis?
No. Have you?
I have. I'm
Is it
half
good?
Scottish, so we went to Scotland before the pandemic. There we go. And I had a ton of haggis.
Is it good?
It really is.
Okay, because everyone describes it. They're like, ew, but maybe it's really good. Okay.
Oh, it is. It tastes like a breakfast patty. It's great.
Well, maybe
Where did you go in Scotland?
Oh, we went to Edinburgh, and then we drove up to Dundee because that's where my other part of the cousins live. And it's strange because the entire UK is pretty much the size of Michigan. So
Yeah.
it was a very
small.
short drive.
I've been to Glasgow, Inverness, Stirling,
No.
Edinburgh, Stranraer, and then different country. I've been to Dublin and Belfast.
Ooh.
Oh, I need to go to these places. I want to go to
Same.
Italy. I want to go to Italy too before I leave this planet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
God,
Reynolds.
Troy, like last week, you knew stuff about us like in Home Alone, and now you're like knowing stuff in E.T. I'm just like,
I knew it. I knew that was her. It's her same face. Okay.
Huh.
Okay. Here we go. E.T. He's gone on a bender. Okay. They must have alcohol on this planet, right?
Oh, probably some sort of fermented plant that someone just happened to eat.
I'm sure. Does E.T. exist in the Star Wars universe? Because weren't there E.T.s in the audience in Phantom Menace, or is that just a little joke? Because I don't know.
I have a head that E.T.'s a Jedi.
Yeah, of course. No, they were playing with Star Wars toys though, so that's kind of being meta, right?
Yeah, well, in the Halloween trick-or-treating spot, a Yoda comes towards him, and E.T. walks towards Yoda like he knows who Yoda is.
Got a good point. I didn't think about that. Okay. Stupid Ragu. Ragu never comes out, okay? Basket. Is she watching Sesame Street, or is this Pinwheel? What is she watching there? I would think it's Sesame Street because I'm sure Jim Henson was friendly with Steven Spielberg, right? Because they...
Oh, probably.
Yeah, that's Big Bird.
Mm-hmm.
See, I never watched Sesame Street, so...
What?
Yeah!
I didn't either. I watch soap operas.
I think I mostly stuck to Thomas the Tank Engine and Cyber Chase. So that probably explains a lot of why I am the way I am.
Did you watch the Thomas the Tank Engine movie that came out with, I think, Alec Baldwin?
Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
Yes.
To this day, I cannot watch that movie in its entirety because the train diesel 10 scares me.
Okay.
Oh gosh, they need to do a director's cut because they literally slaughtered that movie because they showed it to a group of kids, a test audience, in a theater that had broken air conditioning in Los Angeles in the summer. And they were all crying and complaining. So they just destroyed the entire movie. There's a ton of YouTube videos on it, and it is weird. Okay.
I remembered when Richard Roper and Roger Ebert reviewed it, and they were thinking that, I think Peter Fonda was in it too, and they were like, they're giving this Oscar-winning performance, but he's the train conductor or something, right? It's like they thought it was very bizarre, you know?
Oh, every time I bring it up, my mom's like, it's such a strange thing that they had him of all people in a children's movie. And then I'm like, George Carlin voiced the anime or the TV show. So
there you go.
If you actually look up George Carlin Thomas bloopers, it will have you in tears. It is incredible.
I will hunt those down. All right, move. What did you do to eat? Okay, now this would make any young boy upset, right? Are we on the same spot? He's looking at E.T. Dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
She's on the talk, though. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I'll back you 1 second. I'm sorry.
Even you couldn't do it, Elliot. But I think I enjoyed this when I saw it in the theater. I think I did. And I was like, how old were you when you saw this for the first time?
Oh.
Can't remember?
I think I was like 6.
Okay, so you and I are probably around the same age, just different decades. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. But
actually, at that point, it'd be different centuries, but still.
Yeah, different centuries. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, and did you enjoy it though? Did you think it was a keeper? I guess you did, since you're watching it now. But
I liked it. I just did not like the scene with all the medical stuff where he's like, I'll die.
No.
Because I've always been a germaphobe of a kid. I could not stand getting sick. I was ahead of the trend. I had face masks. I had hand sanitizer. So I didn't like that. But everything else I really enjoyed, which was funny because I wasn't into sci-fi at the time.
Well, I think when I was a kid too, I'm thinking E.T.'s gonna die. Well, I think he does technically.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no.
Troy, Pat Walsh voiced E.T. They said she was a very, very big chain smoker. So.
Oh, I can tell now.
What was
that or they gargled gravel.
What was the famous thing in film class? Our main character has a healing touch, is pursued by the government, dies 3 days, rises again, or something.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. No, they're making an illusion that basically they were almost following the Jesus story for E.T. in some instances. Yeah, if you look at it, yeah.
You just blew my mind.
No, it's there. You can find it online, I'm sure. I think I learned it in I think a screenwriting class when somebody brought that up in a book, you know. Who's this a character description of? And of course people would say Jesus. No, it's E.T. You know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like the government guys in this, but they're not terrifying how they were on the X-Files. I still don't like them though.
Then you get into the whole Doctor Who realm and you got Unit, all this. The government really isn't portrayed all that well in sci-fi.
Yeah, Unit was interesting because I used to watch the old show, and there was the episode with the Silurians from the 70s. And the big thing about that is that the Brigadier gets the okay to basically bury all the Silurians. And the doctor basically said, that's genocide. Okay, you know, that's murder, what you just did here. Because he was trying to, because the Silurians wanted to wipe out the humans too, but he was trying to explain, look, we can figure out a way for the two species to coexist. And then, you know, then the Brigadier, when he got the chance, just took him out. Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
And to be fair, the Silurians, you know, they threw the first punch, but still.
Exactly. And you know what's terrifying is the government would probably act like this if it did happen.
Yeah. And he would bring it up later on in the show, like, these aliens want to wipe us out. Oh, you mean like you did with the Silurian? Like, he basically would bring it up, and he loved the Brigadier. He was a friend, but he did not agree with what he did in that episode. I remember that.
The sass.
Yeah, but we have another friendly alien here, E.T. I mean, he's the kind of alien you want to run into, not like the alien in The Thing that came out around the same time as this movie. That's terrifying.
He has a healing touch, so technically E.T.'s a doctor.
I guess so.
We can tie all of sci-fi into this one film.
I wonder what E.T.'s family does. I mean, I guess they're explorers, right? They were collecting
botanists, aren't they?
Yeah, they were collecting plant life from the earth. I think that's what they're doing, right? To bring home.
See, I just keep thinking about Lilo and Stitch, where they're like, "Oh yes, Earth is amazing. It's a protected planet because they have the mosquito population. They're an endangered species." Like, what kind of animals are hijacking those plants, hitchhiking on the plants, and just causing chaos now on their world?
Oh yeah. Mosquitoes.
Yeah. That's very endearing how he wrapped a scarf around E.T.'s neck.
I remember Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch is like the anti-E.T. actually, if you think about it.
It really is. I think my favorite line from that whole film is when Stitch is trying to get to the mainland and find a big city, and Lilo's just like, "It sure is nice to live on an island with no large cities around." It's just, it takes every alien cliche and just...
Yeah, pretty much. She's reading the story, and this is a Peter Pan.
I love the sun and like planets that she has sticking out of the wall.
Oh, I should look at that. I used to have my brother used to have the moon mural they used to sell back in the, I guess, late 70s. You could put it on your wall and it looked like in your background you're on the moon, like where the moon landing happened.
Oh, cool. And now we have Zoom backgrounds.
Yeah, we ever watched, well, not the Overwatch, the horror movie Phantasm, but they have that same mural in a scene in that movie too. But
nostalgia.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's going to be nostalgia for the past year or so. We'll see.
Yeah. I saw someone joke, like, one of these days you're going to put on a pair of old pants and you're going to find a mask and just be like, "Aw," and then take a lighter to it.
I don't know. I got some nifty masks. I have an elf mask from the Will Ferrell movie.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes. Santa, I know him. I only got to wear it twice though, and the Christmas is over. So there you go. But
I have a mask that has a radar image of the Moore, Oklahoma 1999 tornado.
Oh, that's
So
neat.
it looks like a tie-dye thing, and no one understands it until I explain it.
Huh. That's
and of
neat.
course, you find the one other meteorologist in town, and they really geek out.
Oh, that is neat. I got a coworker as a Christmas present. I got him a Galaxy. It was like a Galaxy mask.
Oh,
and
cool.
I got my other. I was going to get her an aquatic theme one, but I didn't like any look at any of the aquatic theme ones, so I got a Rubik's Cube mask instead. But,
nice.
Yeah. She's big into hats. This his younger sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but this is Halloween, so it's cowgirl. I'm going as a cowgirl. She said that earlier. Did you go as the same thing for Halloween all the time, Katie?
Oh gosh, no. I went as the Red Power Ranger one year. Never watched Power Rangers. I went as a Michigan football player. I went as I think it was either a sick ghost or a booger. I just grabbed a green bed sheet and cut holes in it. And then I figured out I like cosplay. So then I started actually upping my game.
Oh, cool. How about you, Daniel? Going as anything interesting as a kid?
No. I mean, Dracula one year. Indiana Jones a couple years.
That's funny you did Indiana Jones, because as obsessed as I was as him, I never went as him for Halloween. I went as a mummy though one year. Okay,
Ooh.
That's sort of related to Indiana Jones, sort of.
Andrew brings up a point about Mac and Me, which I was thinking about that film this afternoon.
Oh,
it was
no.
like an E.T. ripoff.
No, there were so many E.T. ripoffs.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Mac and Me?
I have not. And I did not know that Alan Silvestri did the film score. And of course, I had to go to eBay to see, like, well, what's that going to cost me on CD? Going rate's about $65.
Oh, wow.
That's not the worst I've seen.
No.
So wait, isn't the score on like iTunes or some streaming service?
It's not the same thing, child. Not the same thing.
I have a few scores that are digital only, Daniel. Like my For Your Eyes Only score I made the mistake of just buying it digital because it was cheap. So I do have that. That's a Bond movie. That's the one where Sheena Easton, the singer of the song, actually is in the credit sequence. It's like the only time she actually shows up in the credit sequence and is singing. It's weird. Okay, so
okay, it's coming up, y'all. The flying theme is coming up.
Yes. I listen to that every time I go out and do like stargazing. That and the Back to the Future theme.
If I was stargazing, I would probably listen to more new age type music. Maybe, I don't know.
Now listen here. We've got the violins going, and he's going to bring in a piano, and the piano's going to propel the piece along, and he's going to go off the path. Boom! It's just going to pop out.
Oh.
These are some decent costumes the kids have on. I usually pick on the costumes kids wear in movies. These are decent ones. That's a nice Yoda costume. Come on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Here it comes. Here comes the flying theme, the full flying theme. Boom! Right there.
All right. And this isn't your favorite theme of the film, though, is it?
No, it's not. But this is a big moment in the film.
Yeah.
He's dropped bits and pieces of it for the past hour and 5 minutes, and now here it is. It's like you've been waiting to open up this Christmas present for like a month, and boom, you get to open it on Christmas Day.
He's flying. It's almost like a miracle.
Yeah.
Didn't they do, like it was Sprint or AT, some company, or maybe it was a Verizon, did some kind of ET reunion short to promote their phone service?
Yeah.
I haven't watched yet, but I've been curious if anybody who saw that.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
I need to catch that. I'm just curious because, I mean, granted, it's selling a product, but it looks like he's all excited that you're back. And like he said, he has his own family now. I think it was
a car company.
Might have been a car company. Yeah, maybe.
It is quite adorable.
Oh, my goodness.
Andrew, do you have the Hook 2 CD set? I guess you're talking about the one from La La Land. because I got an import one from somewhere, and it's not complete. The clock theme is nowhere on it, and I was very irritated, to say the least, that day.
I have to say, when I was a kid, seeing special effects on the big screen were a bigger deal because I didn't know how they did them. Nowadays, you think computers, okay? And it's not to say that people on computers don't do great jobs too, depending on the movie. Not the X-Men movies, but most of the time, the computer animation is pretty. I mean, okay, for instance, Battle Angel Alita, that's impressive. That's impressive CG in that movie, but like, there's something to be said just for the old effects. When I'm looking at them, it's, I don't know.
This is
I'm an
all
old
blue
timer.
screen. Yeah, blue screen and
blue
practical.
screen. Yeah, I'm wondering when they started using green screen. I think the first movie I knew of that started using green screen was Starship Troopers. I think that was one. Now look at this. She has a light on in a jack-o'-lantern. You want to remove that top, or it's going to get all burned up. Okay.
Oh.
You put the top on when you don't have the candle in there. All right, she's a little testy. Okay, she's like, okay.
Now, have any of you seen? Have they made a CinemaSins version of ET? I feel like they should have.
I don't know. I'm trying to be familiar if I've seen CinemaSins at all. I'm trying to think.
I
don't know what that is.
Rip movies to shreds.
Oh, okay.
No, what was I? But I forgot the one video series I was watching. The guy was talking about forgotten sequels to movies. You know, like the sequels you've never heard of to well-known movies. Like he did the Addams Family sequel that was made for video with Daryl Hannah and Tim Curry in it. And,
wow.
Yes.
I need to look that up now.
Yeah, if I find it, I can always post a link or something. Send it to you. That is a speak and spell. Do you know what a speak and spell is, Katie? Okay.
I do. I have seen them at should I say it? Antique shows.
Thank you. I had a speak and read, and I have to tell you, it was one of my favorite things as a child. Okay,
Really?
It came with little cartridges you plugged into it, and you'd play reading games. But they were fun. I enjoyed playing around with it. It taught me how to read too. And we had a speak and spell, but it wasn't the fancy kind like they had with that screen, because apparently, you know how like you buy the cereal boxes and it says you can win a prize, okay, and you never win the prize. Apparently, my brother or my sister or somebody in the family, they got a cereal box, win a speak and spell, open it up. They actually won the speak and spell. So
that never happens.
One in a million chance, and we got it, but it was not the one with the lit screen. It was an audio only version. But I used to play with that too. No, it still was neat. I still played with that too. So I had those. I didn't have the speak and math though. I think I wanted the speak and math because I didn't have all three of them. But you know, I mean, I make fun of learning computer games and stuff, but those were actually neat. So I'll give it that.
I found a cool game emulator for like these Jumpstart first grade, Jumpstart second grade things.
Oh, really?
I used to play all the time. And so I want to get all my old CDs from like my Windows 98 or whatever it was and try and find a way to play them.
Oh, I wonder if those are
like a Monsters Inc. pinball game. So good.
Oh, yeah, that's licensed. So, because I kept thinking sometimes they stick games like that on browsers now, don't they? But
probably.
I know they made a big deal because there used to be a Chex Mix. No, a Chex Cereal first-person shooter game they made back in the day, and I think they made it available again on Steam. Okay.
Really?
Yes, but it was like you got the CD-ROM in your cereal box for Chex Cereal, and it was like a first-person shooter. I guess you shot Chex pieces at things. I don't know. It was the weirdest thing.
Could you imagine a first-person shooter game being given to kids nowadays in cereal boxes? There would be an uproar.
Actually, I'm shocked that Fortnite isn't just given out in cereal boxes now, though. But yeah,
true.
All the kids are playing it, but that's I'm showing my old timerness. I don't really know what Fortnite is. It's called a battle royale, which I think is a different animal. But yeah, Raggedy.
I remember back in the day, we would take toy guns to school, and it was fine.
Oh man!
Yeah, recess. We'd run around and shoot each other with toy guns, and we would bring real live pocket knives to school, and like, you've seen Aliens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you know the little thing at the yeah. In school at lunchtime.
Oh my gosh! See, the closest I ever got to that. Oh, no, the closest I ever got to that was in college. We had a quote zombie fighting league, which was just a big way of saying a Nerf fight. and they took place every week, and people would just have Nerf fights on campus.
Oh, neat.
It was pretty great.
Nerf guns used to look like real guns back in the day.
They had them back in the day?
Really?
Yeah, I never had a Nerf gun back then. It's funny. My brother got me one for my birthday this year, which I thought was odd, but it's neat. I can see why the kids like them. You can shoot darts at things and stuff. Yeah.
I was partially blinded by a Nerf dart in this eye. And it was only a few years ago because I'm a child. I was playing with my brother. I came back from college and we were messing around in the basement with our Nerf guns. And I went around a corner blind, and we have one of these, not to say modified, but it came with a Wii game, and it's not a regular powered Nerf gun. It is strong. And it shot the corner of my eye, and it hit the bone, and it didn't it wasn't too bad, but it dislodged part of my retina. And so I still have pretty much like a black spot. It's almost like I have a bigger nose, but I can't see so well on the inside.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's fine. They sealed it up, quote, like a manhole cover, and I'm good to go now.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, yeah, but geez.
I never want to hear a doctor use construction terms when describing you.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why this brings up when I had my wisdom teeth out, but I had my wisdom teeth out, and I said, do you want to be put out or you want local? And I said, well, how much is being put out and how much is the local? And the local's like, give me the local. It's cheaper. And I actually heard her saw through the wisdom tooth, and I heard it crack.
Oh, man.
That's how cheap I am. I'm like, you know what? Don't knock me out for the one. Okay, if I can take the local, it's cheaper. That's what it was. That's why I went with that.
The last tooth that I had pulled, they were pulling it, and it popped out, and it flew across the room and hit the wall.
Oh no!
And they're like, "Oh, it's out now." I'm like, "Good, because I'm done."
Oh my!
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny.
See, I was also it's like a genetic trait. Apparently, my family, my teeth only have enamel on the sides, not on the tops. So I have a ton of just cavities that naturally occur.
Oh
and
no!
After about 10 reseals of my teeth, you start to just, anytime you hear a drill go, even in construction, you just kind of smell the bone or the tooth dust. And I'm so sorry for anyone who's watching who's cringed out. But
oh my goodness, we've lost half the viewers. Of course, I'm the one that brought up teeth, so it's my fault.
Hey, Professor Geek in the house. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. Thank you for coming.
We're talking about E.T., the extraterrestrial. I wonder, does E.T. fall into the hero mold? I don't know.
Yeah. What story element is E.T., Professor Geek?
Okay. Those are neat Halloween decorations in the background. I think we had something similar to that when I was growing up. The witch and the skeleton.
Really?
Yeah. Witches I'm the most terrified of all the monsters.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Witches
Not werewolves?
No, witches are terrifying. Witches can do. Oh, I've seen a lot of witch movies. Okay.
Fair enough. See, the most ones I've seen are Harry Potter, and technically I'm going to count Halloween Town.
There are scary witches in Harry Potter movies.
Technically, he's a wizard.
Yes, but Bellatrix is terrifying.
That's
Hermione's a witch.
What?
Hermione's a witch.
I get that, and the Harry Potter movies are operating under the assumption of natural magic, where people are born with it. I'm thinking more of the ones that are going with the dark, dark forces to get their stuff.
Voodoo magic.
Yeah, well, even stuff and other things like that. But I'm thinking too, even in Harry Potter, you have terrifying witches, though. That's my point. Voldemort and all that. He must not be named at all his cohorts. These are not people I want to be around.
Someone was hilarious, and it kind of ruined Harry Potter for me. But if wizards just accepted what humans were doing at the time, in the 2000s, just call in the military. Just the easiest way to wipe Voldemort out. You just have this huge war. Bring in a howitzer or something.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it ruins Harry Potter for you.
Yeah, don't do that. All right, so This is the part that made me upset as a kid. Oh, I don't want to see that because we love we love ET at this point.
In the creek, yeah.
He looks like he has freezer burn.
It's about to get worse.
Looks like he's dying. The raccoons by him. Get out of there. I got a thing against raccoons, so.
Yeah, and Canadian geese.
Yeah, geese can be violent. Yeah.
I grew up, my grandpa built a golf course, and so I grew up out there, and I hate geese. All they do is lay cigars and hiss.
I think I was like, I don't know if it was near a petting zoo or maybe it was at a campground where I ran to geese. No, they were a pain in the butt. The ducks were cute. I like the ducks. I don't like geese. No.
A petting zoo with geese.
What?
That's just asking for something.
Frontiersman. Frontiersman. For ET. Well, here we go. We're getting this where, but she's not seeing ET at his best.
No,
and we're getting a replay of the music we had at the very beginning of the movie with the spaceship.
Now he's looking like one of those gray aliens, though, isn't he? He's kind of gray in the skin. She's spilling the coffee.
I'm like, just put some moisturizer on him. It'll be fine. That'll keep working hands.
Well, keep him away from the Epsom salts at this point. I'm being mean. This is actually, I tell you, I was not happy when I was seeing this scene. I'm like, oh my, he's gonna die.
That's why I always skip the scene.
What's terror?
Now, I mean, the guys in the spacesuits come in. It's kind of scary.
I don't like them. I don't like them at all. These are like I said, I have more of a positive view of the government in Close Encounters because I get it. At first in the movie, I didn't like it when they were getting the people and they were trying to investigate. But at the end, okay, I get what they were doing. Misunderstanding, okay. But no, I don't like these guys.
Nope. Because you couldn't just send a bunch of you'd at least have a speaker saying, "Please come out of the house. We're with the government." You don't just send these
we don't know what kind of diseases they're having, It's like, well, not only that, like they could call the house, hey, we're gonna send some they could at least call, right? Yeah. We're about to send some people into your house.
Roll up with the sirens on just to let them know. Come on.
Just put in there to freak the kids out in the audience. That's why it's here.
Oh gosh.
That's a neat train set. That's a Lionel train set. Those are the big kind.
That whole scene reminds me a lot of Close Encounters.
Yeah, I'm wondering because the Richard Dreyfuss character in that played with train sets.
Yeah,
and I'm wondering if that could even be the same train set from Close Encounters for all I know. Okay,
Ooh.
It could be a nod back. I don't know.
Share those props.
Might as well. They say that Tom Savini used the same head in several of his movies. Okay.
Oh.
He had an audio animatronic head he made, so it would get used a lot.
Hey, I mean, if you got it, flaunt it.
Yes, I guess so. Look at this. Think you're ET and you're seeing this. These are like the bad cavalry people in that Dances with Wolves. That's what these are, Look at these.
Yeah.
Look at them walking in sync. You can't see their faces. Have you noticed about the government people in this? You can't see their faces. I know that's on purpose, probably. Okay. I guess at some point you do see their faces. You have to, but I mean, up until now, they're obscured in the suits.
See, this is one of the reasons why I could never be a government person because I would draw with Sharpie a smiley face on my mask. It's okay.
That would be more frightening, I think.
Yeah. Put some googly eyes on it. It'll be great.
Well, that's funny.
One thing that I thought about, it's just really weird. The guy's name is Keys in the film. That's what they call him because he's got the keys jingling all the time. Oh. And he's played by Peter Coyote. Okay. Skip ahead. Predator 2. Gary Busey's character who's chasing the Predator down is named Peter Keys. Is it related?
Ooh.
I mean, it seems too weird to not be intentional.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The guy that's chasing down the alien in Predator 2 is named Peter Keys.
See,
This
I
guy's
get the
called
feeling.
Keith and played by Peter Coyote.
Okay.
Oh, I really think Hollywood, like all the big wigs, are in it together, and they're like, let's just screw with people and see if they catch on.
Maybe. Now we got Peter Coyote showing up. Do we like Peter Coyote?
I like Peter Coyote. Okay. Yeah.
He was the maitre d' at the Oscars one year. It was the weirdest thing. He was like out front, and they were like, "Why is he doing outside?" He's like they would cut to him before the commercials. You know, he was
Really.
What else did he do besides this?
I don't know. I always confuse him with that other actor, the guy who was on Stranger Things. Matthew Modine. I always confuse him with Matthew Modine.
Can I have a timestamp, H Boomer?
Yeah, hopefully I don't mess up. Hold on.
Because
The one thing I don't like about the Xbox or the Xbone is the okay, I'm at 121.40, 121.42, 43. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if we're all synced up because I probably got a little messed up. So
I'm a little bit ahead.
it's all right. Like I said, I would have gone with the DVD, except it froze. And sometimes DVDs do not agree with Blu-ray players, and that could be what's going on there. That or I've had a defective DVD for the last 15 years. I don't know. There we go. We got oh man, I'm sorry. This makes me upset. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's scary enough that you're killing ET, and now you're killing Elliot. It's like,
I mean, are they doing this? I mean, he's wanting to go home. Just let him go home. Let him get in the ship. Might be a good first encounter scenario. Return a sick kid to the parents. But return him back to the parents. He gets well. So, the aliens don't come back here and decide, to incinerate Washington,
Yeah.
Oh, that's so horrible. I would cry.
I'm catching up on this old science fiction series, Space 1999, and apparently there's an episode where because they're lost in space basically, but they run into the a future version of the Voyager probe, which apparently had something in it that ended up killing off 2 colonies of this alien species.
Oh.
And they were out hunting for the human race, finding out where this thing came from.
Oh man,
it's kind of a dark series. It was made back in the 70s, but it was. And we're thinking Elliot's going to go with them, right? Because they're have a symbiotic thing going on here.
I think ET consciously lets him go, and then when he does that, he just drops.
Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't want to.
He's got to let Elliot go.
And
there's no music here at all.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird.
Very impersonal. I'm getting. You know what this is reminding me? This reminds me of The Stand. Stephen King's The Stand. And they got Gary Sinise stuck in that government facility where all the hazmat guys are looking at him.
I can't help but think ET kind of looks like a moldy piece of pork chop that you just keep in the fridge for too long.
Pork chops don't have a good shelf life, I don't think.
I think
that's like a next day or don't bother, right?
Yeah.
I will say this.
Not risking it.
Next time I'm at a Cracker Barrel, though, on a certain day, I have to get the Southern fried pork chops. I'm going to try them. I have to do it.
Barrel so much.
Yes. I don't think Daniel, are you the one who's never? Oh no, it was Big Al who has never been to Cracker Barrel. That's right.
Oh yeah, they know me at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, their mac and cheese is to die for.
I got the Southern fried turkey there too. That was really good when they had that around the holidays. All right.
That is the saddest part.
I don't like this.
Mm-mm. Nope.
This is genuine. This isn't fake sad where they play on the. I don't want to be mean, the saps in the audience. This is actually hitting you in the heart. Okay, this is kicking you. Okay, I don't like this.
And John Williams uses the flying theme here instead of the friendship theme.
Oh.
This is the flying theme. It's slowed down,
mm-hmm.
and it's not as bombastic It's done on strings. But this is the da na 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 na. It's just really slowed down.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's yeah, I mean, when I saw this, I didn't think he was coming back.
Oh no, first time.
I'm a kid.
No, and then you're just wondering, like, oh crap, is Elliot going to go with him? Are they just going to kill everyone and that's it?
I don't know. I don't think it surprised me that Elliot survived, but I was surprised when ET comes back. I'm like, I thought, oh, Elliot's, and it's going to be like this nice memory or something, and it's going to be one of these. Because, like I said, this is. What were the children's movies I was watching as a kid in the early 80s? I was watching tape versions of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which is terrifying in some scenes, you know?
Yes.
I was watching, even in Star Wars, I used to watch that a lot, but his aunt and uncle get wasted, okay? I'm a kid, and I'm seeing in the background, and I know something bad has happened there, okay, when I see their charred remains. And then what else? Oliver Twist. I used to watch the musical version of Oliver when I was a kid. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I do. They showed it to us in elementary school.
And they're like, boy for sale. First, the kid asks for more. And then, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You know?
Oh, it's so bad.
The brother knows what's happening. The brother's upset. And I wonder, is he crying for E.T., his brother, both? I don't know.
I'm just thinking those lamps are a fire hazard.
Yeah, well, that's why you get plastic ones, right?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Did you leave the Christmas tree up 3 weeks after Christmas, Daniel?
They're still up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are they natural?
No, they're artificial.
Okay, well, that's good. Actually, we still have ours out on the Lanai. Like my friend had. Go ahead.
I really enjoy the Christmas lights. I just enjoy the lights, and any amount of joy or pleasure you can find right now, you just need to.
I think so. You might like those patio lights they have certain places, right? Don't they have those?
Yeah, if I had like rooftop patio thing, I'd probably put some up. And these are actually real medical professionals here. They're not actors. Yeah. Steven Spielberg brought in USC medical people to do this.
I love it when films actually go and find the people who this is their job. Like with newscasts in a movie or a TV show, it takes years to get that cadence down to read. You can't emulate that with an actor. So just grab one that will work for cheap because we're in the news and put them on screen.
Oh, this is heartbreaking.
Hey, most of this film was shot in chronological order too.
Really?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
They thought it would be easier on the child actors to have the emotions.
Oh, that's probably a really good call.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense actually, because it's a build-up.
Yeah.
And I've got a really sad story coming up here in a couple of seconds.
Oh,
Get those tissues.
Oh. Couple seconds, huh? Okay.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon.
Okay. Well, I'll talk. You like them early? You like those big cars, huh? Okay.
If it's an SUV, yeah. If it's a car, no.
Everyone in the neighborhood's gonna know that you were stuck in the guys with the hazmat suits.
Yeah.
I think he's dead. I don't know. Let's cut him open.
Yeah.
I want to see what's in there. Okay. We're not going to harm him. We're just, cut him open, maybe chop his head off.
And there's no music here. It's just quiet.
I'm just amazed at how great a job these kids did in the movie.
Oh yeah.
And they look like they could be related too.
They do.
Yeah.
Like Drew Barrymore and Michael look like Dee Wallace, and I guess Elliot looks like the father.
Yeah.
We don't ever see him, so.
Well, I'll say that they're all taking off the masks. Okay. So.
Oh, that right there, closing his eyes. God, I fucking hate doing that. That's
So I'll say this. I think now, okay, they're showing their humanity here, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Unlike that evil cigarette smoking man on X-Files. Okay. Ooh, just
Yep. This was the point in the movie where, when as a kid, I would just go to the bathroom, grab some snacks. It didn't happen at all. He's fine.
Oh, when you were a kid, you're thinking that he's fine. I'm not thinking he's fine at this point. I'm a
Oh no,
kid.
I was imagining, like, if I didn't watch it, then he was fine. Like Schrodinger's cat.
Oh, right, of course. Yes, I first learned about that in a literature in the occult class I took once. Yeah. Where we watched the Blair Witch Project. We didn't watch Texas Chainsaw, but we did watch the Blair Witch Project for that class.
See, art class is just great when the teacher clearly is just like, yeah, it's fine, I'll scar you.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, but it's like we watched that. We watched Bram Stoker's Dracula. That's right. That goes back to our Bram Stoker's Dracula stream. We did that. We watched.
Interesting choices there.
Yeah, well, they were related because we had to read Dracula for the class. We had to read Frankenstein.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever fully read a book that was assigned to me in school.
What?
I got bored.
Oh no!
So
Cliff Notes. Like, I know the Cliff Notes
professor better not still be in the chat. He will be shaking his head right now. I would do the readings. I would always do it. Of course, I'm a writing major, so that makes sense for me to actually. I should probably read more than I do. So, but I would always do the readings, definitely. And to be fair, even if I didn't finish it in time for the discussion, I would also finish it up later at least. So I would feel less guilty.
Yeah. I would find the easiest way to get all A's, and that was Cliff Notes.
No.
Okay, guys. The friendship theme is coming back.
What's the sad story?
Well, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
But you've got the friendship theme at this moment, and you've had it every time they're getting to know each other. Every time they're together and they're being affectionate, you've got the friendship theme. E.T.'s dead. Elliot's there wrapped in a blanket, looking at dead E.T. And this is like the avatar. I was just like the avatar for loss for children. If you're a child, you lost a goldfish. You lost a hamster. You lost a dog. You lost a grandparent. You lost a friend in school who got hit by a car. You lost someone. This is your avatar. This is your avatar for loss as a child right here. And then I was doing the research for this, and like, Elliot Thomas bombed the first rehearsal tryout that he had for this, but Steven Spielberg just saw something and called him back and had him do this scene. And he had recently lost his dog, and he channeled that to do the audition of this scene. What he's saying, I don't know what to feel because I don't feel anything anymore. He felt that when he lost his dog.
Oh.
This is for real for Henry Thomas.
That's so sad.
As a child, as an 8-year-old child. And now the flying theme comes in a little bit. And then it gets a little bit louder. And the chest is lit up. E.T. phone home!
This is where we get the kid. Why the flowers come back to life? This is like the
yes, they're coming.
But he's going to be in the black costume and be evil, right? No, I don't know. No. Or be dark. I shouldn't say evil. Okay, never mind. I'm Death and Return. Never mind.
Did I make Katie cry? Did I make Katie cry?
Okay.
It's tears of joy from the movie, right? No. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so sad.
E.T. phone home. Okay. Nowadays he'd be using a cell phone, right?
Yeah.
Let me live stream it. Yeah.
He'd be live. But get back in there. Wait, hey, what are you doing? I can't breathe in here. I can still suffocate. No,
yeah. He's like, oh, that would be awful. Like, he comes back to life just to suffocate.
So you have two hearts.
He's a Time Lord.
No, let's not go there. Oh, that'd be funny if on Doctor Who and they one of the Time Lords regenerates an ET looking creature.
Oh,
Like,
God.
not again. Okay. Oh, look. I'm clinging on. It's like that Simpsons episode where he had to go to the funeral of like Marge's great aunt Helen or something, or great aunt something, and like and Homer's thinking, and he's going, "This place was supposed to be catered. There's supposed to be food," and he goes, "It's not fair!" He yells out, and they think he's crying because she's dead. And that's what he's upset.
Now, usually, John Williams writes the end of the movie first, music, and this was. They scored the end of the movie first in the scoring session. And I don't know if y'all have heard this story or not, but he had all these sync points to hit, and it was all timed out. It was all measured out to do it. And they kept going through it, and it just never felt right to John Williams. He's like, well, this is off here. This is off there. I don't quite have what I want here from this section. And Steven Spielberg came up and said, look, I'm going to turn the film off. You play it. Just play how you want to play it. And I'll make it fit in post and the edit, and he did. This entire ending piece is done with no film playing to match the music. It was gone back to make the film match the music.
I think that's the reason why it works so well.
Yeah, and the only other time that's been done was for AI. Spielberg did the same thing for AI.
Oh, I haven't seen AI.
Which is not an uplifting film.
No, probably more uplifting than the version Kubrick would have made of it, though. But
sure, yeah.
I love this part. I'm sorry they're getting dragged along.
And I was so happy they actually put this entire piece on the original soundtrack release. They did not cut it up. They didn't chop it up. It's like a 15, 16-minute piece. They put the whole thing right there.
Wish I had a ski mask.
You can buy them.
I know. There's no point in Florida, really.
Yeah. Fair.
It gets cool down here, but it's nothing like other states. Come on. It's like
Oh, go ahead.
No, we're in our cool period now, but it's like in the 40s sometimes. I mean, not today, but I think it's been there.
It was 22 this morning, my friend.
Where you are?
The Louisiana coast, they have more snow right now than we have here in Sioux City.
Oh, weird. Oh, you're in Sioux City.
Uh-huh. Yep. I came out here for the blizzards and the tornadoes and haven't had either.
And the sarsaparilla.
Yeah.
Okay. Do people in Sioux City not drink the sarsaparilla? Is that like a thing? Is that like...
There's a couple of people I know who I'm friends with who I think they do. I don't know. It's something that I know I've heard of it while I've been in town.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm sorry. This is funny. Think of it this way. You could be those astronauts at the beginning of Superman 2, okay? I'm sorry. I'm even wondering if it's even worth doing a Superman 2 rewatch. Did they even have the score to that out anywhere? I don't think Williams did it, did he?
No, they took his music and adapted.
Yeah, that's not bother. Okay.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Ooh, look at that. There's a lot of dry ice in there, huh? I want to see the alien. Would kids be wowed by E.T. today?
Yes.
You say yes.
They'd have to change it up a bit, I think. There's parts where it might get a little too slow, but honestly, I hate it when Hollywood just goes like super action all the time.
So not like Michael Bay Transformer type action.
Yeah.
Like, okay, no. Like other ETs show up, other evil ETs, and he does a fight with them, and like there's a fight in the playground, it'd be like Some of the houses get destroyed. It would have to be that, right?
I imagine you have a teeter-totter. You got one that's heavier, and so it's like, it's over, E.T. I have the high ground.
Oh, of course.
Just make all these forced references. Yeah.
Forced references to other movies that we everyone's seen, so they can go on their cell phones and look it up on Wiki to see what movie that's from. Okay.
Exactly.
Instead of just
just let it happen.
We got the kids on the bikes. This is the kids on the bikes movie. This is is this the first one? Well, maybe not the first one. This is the one everybody thinks of, right?
I know the ride down at Universal in Florida, the ride carriage are bicycles.
That's right.
So much fun. And you get to simulate flying. It's just, if anyone hasn't seen it, look up POV ET ride, and it's really fun.
Yeah, I should see. Do they have Universal Studios in other countries besides the United States? Because I should see if they have an ET. If there's an ET ride. Sometimes they change the rides in different countries. So
yeah.
It could be a different experience. Oh. Yeah, I don't like these guys. Yep. There goes your siren. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah. I can never.
Yeah, Mac and Me is not as good as this movie.
I do want to listen to that score by Alan Silvestri now, though. I'm curious to hear that.
Are they buffering out? Is it just me?
I'm here. Are you not here?
Are you here?
You're here? You were buffering out a little bit. It's okay. They got to listen to me prattle on. Okay. Oh, look at that.
All right. It's coming. It's coming. One of the greatest pieces John Williams has done. This sync point. It's coming up. The full balls to walls flying theme.
I love it.
This is a perfect
boom right there, right there.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot sit in a theater and hear that and not be moved. It is impossible.
And as someone who has edited videos and music together before, that is just really good editing.
Oh, yeah.
And this is not Spielberg's normal editor. Michael Kahn was attached to Poltergeist during this, and he wasn't able to edit this film. Because originally Spielberg was attached to Poltergeist, and he bailed to do this.
But he's happy he made that
Interesting.
choice.
Yeah, well,
John Williams was supposed to do Poltergeist, but he had to do this, so Spielberg went with number 2 choice of Jerry Goldsmith.
John Williams was supposed to...
Boomer?
Hello?
Hello. Katie's here.
They're flying.
I'm here.
Okay, yeah.
This movie makes
you two are buffering a bit.
Wait, what?
He says we're buffering.
Oh, I think we're fine. I'm hearing you.
Look at the chat, I think. Whoa.
H Boomer. Can I chat?
Can't hear you guys at the moment. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Well, we can hear you. Let's see. I wonder if I can.
Well, I think
buffering issues.
Oh, my movie just all of a sudden started going. So I think I'm getting buffering.
Aged Boomer. It's you, Beige. What do you mean it's me?
It's you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, now John Williams is going to twist all the emotional screws in this ending scene. Every last one.
This whole movie, it makes you cry for different reasons. So first you're crying that E.T. might die. And then you're like, he's crying because he's leaving. And it's just, yeah, I was a very emotional child when I watched this movie.
And every theme is going to come back. And in like the final 10 minutes, every theme is coming back.
Oh, wow.
You're gonna have the flying theme, the bicycle theme, the friendship theme, the government theme. All of them are coming back for the grand finale. Oh.
I wonder if anyone's ever made a Christmas ornament that looks like their spaceship.
Yes, Hallmark.
Really?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I would get that. Because even to people who don't understand the reference, it would still look pretty cool.
Did H Boomer go away?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I didn't realize. I thought you guys were one of you. I thought there was buffering on the other end. And I didn't realize it was me who was having the buffering issues. Okay. Oh. So, so what do you think of the spaceship, Daniel?
Oh, spaceship is fine. Come.
Oh, never mind.
Elliot's like,
again.
stay. You know, I have that same conversation every time I lose a dog. I'm like, stay. And you just know that they can't. Ouch.
This is such a good scene.
Ouch. You know, Steven Spielberg said if he had to choose 2 films to show his children, it would be E.T. and Schindler's List. And that would be it.
Oh my gosh! That's a big difference.
It is. But what it says about the 2 films, the hope and love of humanity, and then the dark ass corners of humanity. Jeez. But even in that, there's still hope in Schindler's List. And there's still love there. You got the brass section, they're there, and they're just holding back. And here comes the brass, baby. Strings come in. This is entirely carried by the music. You have like hardly no dialogue.
Oh, yeah. And it's a good thing they did it this way. Dialogue just wouldn't work.
It would not. This film is nothing without this film score.
No, yeah.
Get the flying theme. It just keeps reaching higher and higher. And the piccolo comes back that we heard at the beginning of the film, right there. Closing shot on E.T.
Oh. Wow.
And then like the themes bounce around the orchestra as the spaceship takes off.
You get a lot of fanfare here, right?
Yeah. And it's about to get way fanfare-ish. Bum 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 bum. Boom.
Troy is
Hold it. Yeah. Boom. One more time. Come on.
So good.
Troy is asking, why does the ramp look like bed springs?
Because they ran out of money. Now.
And then the credits, you get this piano. That is John Williams playing right there.
Really?
Yes. Yes. He played the piano in this right here.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad, they made the movie the way they did.
So next week, Mac and me rewatch?
We could. If you want to. Compare and contrast.
No, that's more of a summer movie. Never mind. Okay. Oh.
I'm glad. I'm so glad I came on. This is so much fun.
Cool. Well, we have you on again sometime. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, well, thank you. You guys are great.
Oh, thank you.
It's always nice to watch movies with other people nowadays, and with all the little fun tidbits and factoids. Tier above.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister asked me how much money am I making from doing this, and it's like, Shane, that comes much later.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how do you get money? I'm like, well, you have to have over 1,000 subscribers and blah blah blah. And she's like, why are you doing it? I'm like, I enjoy the conversation.
Yes, exactly.
Just say Ice Skull Woman was on my stream. That'll start bringing the money. Come on.
Yeah, I think what is it? I keep my phone dies halfway through the day now because of all the TikTok notifications. But I'm up to come on, 131,000 followers.
Holy crap!
Poop. So if you do a video on poop, you might get them.
I'm up to 30.
Hey!
And this Andrew guy, if you're still here, thank you for coming by. Come by next week. New show every Wednesday night.
Feel free to subscribe. Are there any other composers you like, Katie, besides John Williams?
Oh boy, not really, actually.
No Hans.
Come on.
Not a Hans Zimmer fan or anything, or no. Okay.
No, just really. Yeah. Oh my gosh, does this make me a prude? Because I think. Oh no! Every time I think about movie scores, it's you got Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, you got E.T. I mean, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm the worst, aren't I?
What about Aliens?
For me,
James Horner? No. No, take it or leave it. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's good, but not.
Well, let us know a week that works for you. Maybe we can do another Williams score. Okay, all right.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
It's 108 of them, so
Holy cow!
We'll do the Mephisto waltz, right? Is that cricket?
Have you listened to that yet?
Yeah, not yet. I haven't gotten around to it. Actually, I can put it on my computer now. I got a new computer, which apparently I was having buffering issues tonight. That was not fun, but usually my internet's not that bad. But
Look at that puppy.
Yes.
I have a cat named Radar, and I think he's gone to bed without me.
Oh my god! What time? Actually, you're in what time zone are you in?
I'm in Central Time, so it's 9:30 for me. But see, so I'm the morning meteorologist, and I go to work at 2 a.m. So I'm glad I took a nap today.
Okay, definitely. You go to work at 2 a.m.
Yeah, because I go on air from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. and then I do cut-ins for CBS from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And so it's I love the schedule. I was able to join in on a geriatric bowling league. It was incredible.
What? Oh, yeah, wow.
I'm done with work at 10 a.m. So I can go out. The stores are empty. All the elderly people are out there bowling or swimming at the Y. It's just,
you can get breakfast.
I can't, except they don't have Cracker Barrel or Bob Evans here, and there's nowhere to get breakfast.
Okay.
We have Olive Garden.
They don't have breakfast. When you go to Bob Evans, what do you get for breakfast?
Oh, you get the pancakes.
You don't get the biscuits and gravy. Shame on you. Okay.
Yeah, you get the biscuits and then you put some honey on them. It's not the main course.
No, the biscuits and gravy are the best in the air. We'd gone to Bob Evans like for breakfast, and I'm like, not a fan of Bob Evans. One day I tried the Homesteaders breakfast, or whatever it is, with the biscuits and gravy. I tried them. This is the most amazing thing I've ever eaten, or one of them, and I'm like, okay, this is a standby. And I know biscuits and gravy. What's the big deal? No, these are like the best biscuits and gravy anywhere. Okay.
I'm gonna have to try that now.
You get it as a separate thing too. You can always add it on if you're hungry one morning. But yeah. Okay. Okay. But Melissa Harris, what did she say? Let me see.
Aw, well, thank you.
That was a nice compliment.
This is the look of someone who has just come back from a staycation and got maybe 4 hours of sleep in a 48-hour period. So
okay.
Yeah.
So
normal look for the show. So
that is fabulous.
So next week's rewatch, I believe, is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, right, Daniel? So
gosh,
that has. I will say this: it has a great pop score in it. It has Oingo Boingo's. It's not The Hour of the Wolf. It's No One Lives Forever. Yeah, by Oingo Boingo, as Leatherface is attacking yuppies on top of a truck. Okay, so anyway, yeah, Leatherface is back.
That sounds not good.
Yes, and they're playing an Oingo Boingo song in the background. Sounded Birdman, remember me when you get to a pop song 80s film. Hard to haul about less. St. Elmo's Fire. We're not going to do St. Elmo's Fire, are we?
I don't know. We could have an 80s month.
Oh gosh.
I still want to do. I really want to do Lord of the Rings. We can
break those up. Yeah, let me think on that.
Each week, that's 6 weeks of films.
We'll get to them. Let's break them up though, maybe. And that's not doing one or the other. We'll have to break them in half, regardless.
In college, we got really bored one day, and we watched all of them in one day. We got up at like 5 a.m. Don't ever do that to yourselves.
Oh, I didn't do that, but one time up in Orlando, when they were doing the Oscar nominees, when they were doing 9 Oscar nominees, they were showing all of them at the I guess the theater in downtown Disney. And you could go there, and they had 1 week where they did 4 in a row, and another week where they did 5 in a row. And me and my friend who went did 5 of the Oscar nominations in a row in the same theater and watched them.
Oh wow!
And I think Gravity was the last one we got to. By the time we're at Gravity, we're like not in. You know, we're kind of spent. I don't want to watch another movie. You actually can't watch that many movies in a row, especially on the big screen. It will get to you after a while. Okay. But I did it that one time. But it was yeah, there was like a break for dinner, like after like 3 of them, I think. Yeah.
Good heavens.
We did Nebraska. Nebraska was one of them. Nebraska's a nice little movie.
Never seen it.
I don't know. So what score are we doing next week, Daniel? Daniel, what are some weird scores? You got the score to Midnight Cowboy?
I don't.
Okay, we're not doing that then. Taxi Driver? What? She left?
That's Bernard Herrmann. I do have the score. I've never seen the film.
You've never seen Taxi? Well, we'll wait on that one. Let me think. I'm trying to think of something. I don't know. Something that we've had on the back burner. I'm trying to think.
You mentioned Death Wish.
Death Wish? Do you want to do Death Wish next week?
Sure. Why not? World's gone crazy. Why can't we?
I'll let you pick the movie after. Okay, you can do another Williams one. Have Katie back. Of course, Katie, you're welcome to join us for Death Wish if that's your inclination. But it's a little. It's maybe not. It
might not be my cup of tea.
May not be. It's a rough
probably
movie.
Not mine either. But
we're watching Death Wish. It ain't no horror movie. It's a sadistic crime movie where a guy's had it and starts killing the criminals. Okay, Charles Bronson. We're doing Death Wish next week. Yes, I will send you a link to the score. Yes, it's a jazz score by Herbie Hancock. It's a great score, actually. Okay. Everything in the movie, the score is great. Okay,
I'm expanding out my mind for next week then, because I know all I know about Death Wish is the Razor Fist review of it, and I was like, "Wow, this movie! Holy crap!"
Yeah, a young Jeff Goldblum is one of the hoodlums in it.
Oh wow!
I heard Denzel was in one of the films too.
No, that's a rumor, and it's funny because they interviewed Denzel Washington. He says, "I've never been in a Death Wish movie." And I think he even mentioned that because he says, I know the scene they're talking about. I've never been in it. And he said, at that point in my life, I could have been one of the guys in Death Wish. You know what I mean? Like one of the criminals. He mentioned that. I thought that was funny. But he said he was never in Death Wish. Actually, his Equalizer movies are sort of like a Death Wish light style movie. If you ever see the Equalizer movies, they're kind of like that. But,
I haven't seen those either.
Okay, but no, but Lawrence Fishburne is in Death Wish 2. Which I don't know if we can do on the we'll get to that later. That's even worse.
What's the one where I'm not trying to scare anybody, especially you, Miss Katie. What's the one where like his stepdaughter's getting gang raped and she jumps out of a window and impales herself?
Part 2. This is what I'm talking about. Katie, okay. The second one's worse. And I'm gonna say in part 2, we'll talk about that on next week. Okay, you can listen in. Okay. Yes, it's not. That movie got into trouble when it came out. A lot of feminists were very angry about that movie too. They were yelling at the director he was being interviewed. It's. Anyway, happy thought. Why do we end on Death Wish? We did ET tonight. We're on Death Wish.
I was down
with that, and maybe we could do a compare and contrast.
Okay, we're doing Death Wish next week. It's gonna be Death Wish is a good winter movie, I find. Yes. Okay. We'll do Death Wish. Yeah, Death Wish next week.
Everyone carries a full-size pistol in the wintertime, right? And then we switch to the subcompact in the summertime. Yeah, I know how that's done. But. He has I think a Wilby Magnum in it, or Wilby. I don't know what it is. I'm not a gun expert. Hard boom boom.
He has a Wilby in one of them, and he says, "My friend Wilby's coming to help me out." And he says, "Who's Wilby?" "Here's Wilby," and he shows it. It's like, and I think the whole point was to show my gun is more badass than Dirty Harry's gun. That's what the point of that was. Okay.
Yeah, that's a shortened rifle cartridge. That's what that is. That's
a big man.
That's shortened down to fit into an auto-loading pistol. Yeah.
Okay, so next week is Death Wish. Maybe you want to skip that one, but we're happy to have you on again, Katie. It was great having you here. Okay.
Oh, I'd love to come back.
Okay, definitely. Okay. All right. Any last words, Katie or Daniel? Or I guess
this was great. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Remember,
I almost cried now that I know that he was thinking of his dead dog, but other than that, it was great.
Okay. Yes.
I try to be educational. I really do.
It was a tidbit you got. So there you go. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I came out of it more knowledgeable.
That's good. I accomplished my goal for the evening to impart knowledge about ET.
Okay.
But yeah, everyone adopt, don't shop. Keep listening to those great film scores. Thank you everyone who came by. Some new people here. Hope to see you next week. Thank you, Miss Katie, for guest hosting. And you're always welcome to come back. Just let me know.
Sounds great.
Next week, everyone. Woohoo!
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.